Tommy Mottola, the hidden puppet master behind Michael Jackson's death. We all know Diddy's been caught up in some shady dealings, but what if I told you there's a figure even darker, pulling the strings behind it all? Someone who Michael Jackson himself pointed to before he left this world, a villain who sits at the very top of the music industry. Michael Jackson tried to warn us, and his chilling message is more relevant today than ever. Today, we'll dive into how Michael Jackson tried to expose Tommy Mottola for who he truly was, how his lawyer Peter López left a haunting warning, and how it all connects to Diddy, the industry, and even Michael's tragic death. Get ready to uncover the villain hiding in the shadows, unless you prefer to live in the fantasy. First things first, did you know Michael Jackson once called Tommy Mottola the devil himself? That's right. Michael stood before thousands at the Grammys and dropped a bombshell: Tommy Mottola is the devil. The audience was stunned. What was going on in the King of Pop's mind to make such a bold statement? The truth is, this was more than just a clash between an artist and an executive. Michael, who had been under Sony's control, led by Mottola, had grown tired of the grip they had on artists. He hated being treated like a puppet, especially when it came to his creative freedom. But there's more. Michael believed that his fight over his music catalog was the reason Sony and Mottola wanted to bring him down. Michael was on a mission to break free from Sony, but the more he resisted, the more they retaliated. He knew the music industry was out to destroy him. I'm a free agent now, they're angry at me because of it, but they're going to get revenge. They're going to try and destroy my album. Not long after, the child abuse accusations against him began. Whether it was paranoia or clarity, Michael believed it was part of a grand scheme to take him down. The question is, did anyone listen? Now, here's where things get downright chilling. Michael wasn't alone in his fears. His lawyer and close friend, Peter López, warned him just months before his death: they're going to give you a lethal injection. And it wasn't just a casual warning. Peter López was a well-connected industry figure, someone who knew the game. The strange part: Peter died under mysterious circumstances just 6 months after Michael, and his death was ruled a suicide. Coincidence? Michael died from a lethal injection, propofol. Does it seem too much of a coincidence now? But wait, there's more. Peter knew how deep the conspiracy went. He believed that Sony and Mottola wanted Michael dead. In hindsight, this wasn't some wild paranoia. It looks more like a chilling warning that we all ignored. So, who stood to gain from Michael Jackson's death? Sony wanted his music catalog, and Mottola. He wanted control. With Michael weakened by relentless media attacks and legal battles, it all makes sense now. But let's not forget about Mottola's other victims: Mariah Carey, one of the most iconic stars in music history. She too fell victim to Mottola's controlling grip. Their marriage wasn't just about love, it was about power. Mariah wasn't just his wife, she was trapped in his world, controlled down to the smallest detail. She lived in a mansion she called Sing Sing, a prison named after a maximum security facility. Cameras everywhere, guards watching her every move. No decision was hers to make. Tommy Mottola was the ultimate puppet master. But Mariah wasn't the only one who felt his grip. When she finally escaped, things got even darker. During a dinner with industry colleagues, Tommy lost control. He grabbed a knife and ran it along Mariah's cheek in front of everyone. And no one intervened. They were all too terrified to stop him. Mariah's escape came when she met baseball star Derek Jeter, but Mottola didn't take it lightly. Losing Mariah meant losing millions, and he wasn't about to let her go easily. He wasn't just a controlling husband, he was a force of destruction. Now, let's circle back to Michael Jackson. What began as a fight for creative freedom turned into a battle for his very life. He knew Sony and Mottola wanted him gone, especially after he refused to sell his music catalog. They didn't want just any catalog, they wanted the catalog, including the Beatles' catalog and Michael's own legendary hits. The moment Michael broke free, everything went downhill. The media crucified him, and accusations poured in. Was it just bad luck or a calculated move to destroy him? Michael was convinced it was all part of a plan to make him sell his catalog. His fears weren't unfounded, he ended up dead. And here's the burning question: could Tommy Mottola be worse than Diddy? Right now, everyone's focused on Diddy, accused of dark dealings and possibly even tied to Kim Porter's death. But is he really the biggest villain in the music industry? Diddy might have his shady dealings, but Mottola was the ultimate puppet master. He had the power to destroy entire careers with a single phone call, backed by Sony, the biggest label in the world. Mottola controlled the music industry from the top, while Diddy was more of a figure in the shadows. Mottola didn't just ruin careers, he ruined lives. He didn't need to get his hands dirty to manipulate and destroy. He did it all with sheer influence and power. So, what do you think? Is Tommy Mottola still that dark figure from the 90s, or has he redeemed himself? He's living well now, married to Talia with 2 kids, but has he really changed? Or is there someone even higher up this twisted food chain? How deep does this rabbit hole really go? Let me know your thoughts down below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more.